It's 1945. The atomic bombs never dropped. Instead, the US unleashes something even darker. Operation Iron God. China falls in just 28 days. But Japan? They struck a deal and walked away untouched, peaceful on the surface, hiding a ticking time bomb underneath. What happens when the world's largest rising superpower collapses and the untouched empire of the rising sun prepares its return? This isn't history. It's the terrifying future that almost was. The US military doesn't pivot to Japan after Pearl Harbor. Instead, their eyes lock onto China, then overrun by Japanese forces. But Roosevelt flips the script. Secret deals with underground Chinese warlords allow American troops to storm through, assassinate key Japanese generals, and collapse China's fragile Axis puppet regime. In 4 weeks, the US takes Beijing, but instead of celebrating, a cold unease spreads. Japan has done something strange. It retreats intentionally. Tokyo sends a message to Washington, unconditional withdrawal from mainland Asia, in exchange for complete US non-aggression. America agrees, eager to focus on Europe. But Japan didn't surrender. They adapted. Behind closed doors, scientists begin a new project, Project Yurei, a psychological weapon designed not to kill, but to control. Japan, safe and unbombed, becomes a twisted utopia of tech, obedience, and eerie silence. They weren't defeated, they were evolving. In 1947, a US recon plane crashes off Hokkaido. What they find chills them. Entire villages, with no sound, no motion, and no decay, like time had stopped. The air thick with unseen radiation. Project Yurei was real. It worked, and now it's spreading, quietly, globally. American intelligence buries the discovery, but whispers leak into the CIA. Japan might have lost the war, but they're winning something else. Minds. Once the sleeping dragon lies in ruins, the US tried rebuilding it, installing democracy, capitalism, Western values. But resistance movements funded by Soviet back channels turned the region into a never-ending insurgency. America is bleeding billions. Meanwhile, Japan exports not bombs, but culture, technology, philosophy, peaceful on paper, but eerie in effect. One by one, nations start mimicking Japan's methods, not out of fear, but because they feel compelled. By 1955, America suspects the unthinkable. Japan is using Yurei, not just domestically, but broadcasting it. Subtle signals hidden in music, films, tech. It's a silent war. No tanks, no missiles, just influence. Ideologies bend, leaders act out of character, and no one knows why. The Cold War becomes a cold takeover. The Soviet Union crumbles under paranoia, and America, it's too late. The true victor of World War II is the nation we never bombed. If your mind just melted from this alternate timeline, imagine what could have happened if the Soviets didn't fall, but rose into something unrecognizable. Hit that like button if you want more twisted timelines. Subscribe to see the world's hidden possibilities, because history isn't just written, it's reimagined. Want to know what happens when the USSR wins the Cold War, but builds something so terrifying it changes humanity forever? Then watch this. The USSR won, but what they built will terrify you. It'll keep you up at night.